So the Children's and General Integrated Programme, it's a 4.5-year course, and over the 4.5 years you're going to be doing both practical and theory elements. I suppose one of the nicest things about the course is that it is both peds and general, and you're kind of meeting people of all ages, you're meeting people of different backgrounds from different walks of life, and on top of that, in the practical element of it, you're kind of working with the multidisciplinary team in the hospital as well, and you're meeting so many family dynamics, and it's just really nice. And I suppose the course is quite small. I think the intake's only about 25, and you just become such a close-knit group because you're together all the time and you're kind of going through the same things, and it's so nice to be able to talk to people who are going through the same things as you, like coming back from a 12-hour shift of placement and being able to talk to your friends about what you've seen and everything. So it's definitely a really nice course. Looking back at myself from my very first day of placement, and I was an absolute wreck of nerves, and comparing myself to now being in third year, the skills I've gained is just incredible. Both, I think communication is kind of the biggest one. Like, I would have been very quiet coming into college, and I'm not from Cork, so coming up to a new environment was scary enough. But I think going into the hospital, coming into college, and like just meeting so many people and having to be able to speak inside nursing is just, it really helped. And on top of that, definitely confidence as well. I would never have been able to speak in front of a crowd of people, but now I have no problem doing it. And I suppose just like being able to think on your feet as well is one of the biggest things I've definitely learned going in, you know, knowing what you have to do when you walk into the hospital, and just knowing how to speak to a patient is definitely the biggest part of nursing as well, and you learn that over the 4 years, and every day you're kind of learning a new skill as well. I think you can definitely achieve a lot of things in both the theory and practical side. Like, for example, in the theory side, like I'm the class representative this year. I've also joined the allocations committee, and you can have the clinical practice committee and everything. There's also so many, like, there's a nursing and midwifery society as well. And then I suppose on the practical element of it for achievements, to be honest, I think you're achieving something new every day. Going in, being able to speak, being able to do the end of beds, like everything that you do, everything that you learn is achievement in itself inside practice placement. So over the course of the 4.5 years, you do a total of 95 weeks of placement, which does sound like a lot, but it is broken down. So in first year, you complete 12 weeks of placement. In second year, it's 16 weeks. Third year is 16 weeks as well. And then fourth year, you have 13 weeks. And then in your fifth year, you're completing a 36-week internship. So you can do these placements anywhere in Munster. You can go to Kerry, Tipperary, Limerick, Cork or Waterford. And as well, in third year, we have the option this year to go on a 2-week placement to Dublin. We can either go to Crumlin Hospital or else into Temple Street Hospital, which is such a great opportunity to have. And then in fourth year, you do have the option to go on Erasmus, and you either get to go to Malta or Sweden as well. I think there is definitely a physical and emotional side of nursing that can be both quite hard. Obviously, the physical side is something that you would normally think of, you know, like you do have the 12-hour shifts and it can be a bit straining, but I do think the emotional side is a lot harder because sometimes it can be hard to not bring things home with you. You know, for example, like you could go into a patient that you could have for the 4 weeks that you're there in clinical practice, and they might not have any family with them, and you going in and talking to them could be the absolute highlight of their day. So while it is really hard to see, it is also really nice to be able to make the difference in someone's day like that. It's hard to pick just one. I think, like I said at the start, it's so nice that you're meeting people of all ages. You know, you're constantly meeting new people with all different backgrounds, and you do feel really helpful after your shift, you know, whether it's helping out the nurses or helping out the patients, you know, like you're just constantly doing stuff all the time. And it's just meeting new people, it's helping people, it's working with people. You do get the caring element of it as well, and just knowing that you've achieved something every day in placement just really, really helps out. Yes, I actually wanted to do occupational therapy and I did not get the points for it. So when I came into college, it was kind of hard coming into nursing because I didn't really know what to expect. It was kind of just something that I had thrown out to fill out the CAO. And after first year, I was a bit iffy about it, but when I went into second year and I did a 4-week paediatric placement, I just absolutely fell in love with the course, and I know it's something that I will do for the rest of my life, and I just love it. I love practice placement, I love the theory side of it, I love all the people I've met in the course, and yeah, I would definitely recommend it.